starting to thin on out, and he's just sitting, waiting. He's going to buy his time. He's going to try to wait for that reboot van play because he wants to get his teammate back into this. And duos, it's a lot easier to actually 1v2, but when you have that extra little help there, even if they don't have anything.
I mean, yeah, they do have that RPG for the wood break if that's possible, if they're fighting someone and immediately get a wall replaced on them. At the same time, this could be the impact factor they're looking for. Little Red Riding Hood in the forest, but the wolf is actually now out to play. It's not going to be possible to have any shots. The bite is not as good as the bark these guys had in that bush. They're going to have to disengage, and that's a huge that's probably not the right word, the utmost bottom point of your dive, and then pull up with your walls to get a nice little connect, even though there's no islands around you. At the same time, in these fights, that doesn't matter. You can just go straight for aggro sprays, like we see Tigo going with right now, or whoever this individual is. A little bit pixelated on the top left, so we can't see the names mostly clearly. Some aggro, though. They do have one of the duos, or one of the teammates of this duos, knocked down to get that loot out, which is what they actually needed. A nice map refresh as well. They're looking for big upgrades, too, for any purple weapons, any floppers, and they find some clay.
Yeah, that is a perfect loadout. You know, obviously you want that P90 there, compact SMG with you. You want another couple slurpfish there, but you gotta work with what you got. And this is by far the best, but his material count not looking too good. Now on stretch, they do have an RPG with a lot of shields as well, so they can maintain it. And look, they're gonna pull they're gonna pull 6 zones. They are in a very, very good spot to win this game.
Yeah.
Very good spot, but the win condition for height is kind of different. These guys are talking through it right now. They can kind of stay late, as Boog is talking about, try to see if there are any beams, see if there's any inconsistencies on the high ground tarp. If Stretch doesn't have an RPG, it's going to be hard to go up. Looks like he is talking about rockets, as we can hear from the comms. They do have an opportunity to go for height. The question is, when are they going to do it? This is all about the waiting game now.
And you see them waiting in their cones. It's so smart. Stretch going to send an RPG out just to see and test the waters. They've got players rotating above them. They have to be careful about this. More RPGs going and sent out. This is really good. They're letting that team tarp ahead of them, and this would be so easy. All they got to do is open the cone and take it. RPG down across, and they have a very good shot at keeping it. But, and we talked about the material count. They don't have the best amount. We see Booga rotating, and he's going to get shot from behind 30. A lot of damage taken, actually. Down to under 29. Quick pop with the slurp fish is going to held him up.
I knocked him on height. RPG. Okay, just keep spraying them.
Just got deleted there by Booga, and this is exactly what they needed. They said, you know what? We're gonna wait. We're gonna take high ground, and that is the point. Now they have to execute on it.
Okay, hold his teammate on edge for
you have high ground's not completely shambles on the other side, but at the same time, that doesn't mean there's people underneath Booga who can pop up before. You saw one duo individual kind of pop up before and actually try to gain height. Wasn't possible. Did do a few damage on the Booga here, but now he's going for that SMG spray. This is the end game. This is where it's actually possible to use. Maybe Frosty's alive, who knows, but look at the blueprint Booga has to work with. So many different layers in front of him. That little bit of server lag coming through as well, putting pressure down. Stretches one layer above him with that RPG. But the entire game is developing on this big horizontal layer that is so hard to crack. They're on one layer all the way above. Doesn't mean they have to hold it. That zone bounce back coming over in 20 seconds.
And they're running out of match. Booga's sitting on 7 to 14 builds there. Doesn't really have a lot there. No shots coming through. They have nothing to re-grab. It's going off the edge of this little incline here. They have to start to work their way down. If zone pulls back, which is more than likely is going to do, they're in a very good spot. Vision off Booga getting more shots on top of shot. That epic Og there, so good. Trying just to wait to see that zone. It's actually going to pull north. This is not really good for them. Going to buy him a little bit of time here on high ground, but you see 11 total builds for Booga. Stretch has a little bit. You see the ramp down. That's so smart to get down, change the elevation. So you can try to get an impact frag, try to get some of that loot because you desperately need it in these moments. You see 15 players alive, including them. Only sitting on 3 eliminations for the squad. Not a lot, not what you'd expect from these players on high ground. And now the SMG spraying coming out. We're into the last zone. They look like they're gonna win it, but they're running out of options to close it out.
Yeah, right now the best thing though when it comes to options for high ground is happening. Low ground is going to be fully actually in the water, which means everyone's going to be coming up just like Slime there, who gets denied, kind of blocked and stuffed by Booga, who's kind of being adept at anyone retaking right below him. The lower you are right now, the harder it's going to be to actually go for that ultimate low, no map play to kind of stay safe because it's going to be so aquatic. Everyone moving over. White health actually all the way at the bottom near these crates. Zone actually bouncing back. A little bit bad for height. They do get to save a lot of mats, but they have such little say on any shots they can actually take on the low ground. They have to be very meticulous and kind of look at these peaks in a very smart way. AR actually completely eliminated for Bugha in terms of the reserve he has. He has to go for these close range shotgun shots, which he's connecting with, and that SMG follow-up.
And that's what you see time and time again. Players just start to work their way down from top to bottom. When it gets to that 9 zone, when it's pulling back across these old builds, like you talked about, your AR is essentially eliminated. You have to get down. You have to fight close range with that SMG shotgun. Again, they need to be careful of the flopper play. It's very unlikely this high up that someone's going to use a flopper. And a nice rotate down here from Bugha. Everybody just starting to drop down with them. Shots coming out. Bugha going to take some damage.
2v2.
They're going to find one. Bugha takes a lot of damage. That goes
1v2.
down. This is not going to be... Oh!
The throw!
Almost gets it.
That's the perspective. It's High Sky actually who picks it up all the way from the second place low ground aquatic zone.
Oh, as we have
What's going to happen is there's going to be no difference. The leaderboard is updated. High Sky Commandment all the way up top, a clutch player with a big brain, but that big brain also clutching up today. 24 points, Mackin and Frat Pie all the way up there at 20, just a 4-point difference. Then we have Bugha and Stretch, who did dominate, came second, but with that 9th zone bounce back, did not have enough eliminations to be in that top 2 spot.